Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Makeup and More with Melissa. I haven't been here for a while. I've kind of debated as to explain why, because I didn't really want anybody to say bad things. I don't know, but I guess I just will say that I am in the process of recovering from the virus. I figured we could do a new makeup. I got a little bit of new makeup and we could do a full face sit down chat and I can update everybody and we can talk. So the things I have today were things that I had ordered from Tarte's website and Ulta's website. It's all Tarte products. And I had ordered them before I got sick and they came in while I was sick. So I just am starting to go through them now. So all of them are basically a first impression, and I haven't tried any of these items yet, so I thought we could go through these and see what we've got. Haven't done anything to my face yet. I missed you guys, missed making the video. Put a clip in my hair. Wasn't sure if I would ever get back here to do my videos again. Okay, so I have Bobbi Brown's. This is going to be the only thing that is not from Tarte. I do have stuff from Tarte, but I don't know where it is right now. It's Bobbi Brown's face primer. I'm just gonna pop that all over. That smells good. So about, I don't know, it was about two weeks ago. I'm not even sure on my days. Like everything happened so quickly that I'm not sure. I like lost time and not really sure when anything happened. Okay, so I guess I had ordered a foundation / concealer. This is a multitasking foundation. It's light to medium coverage and it's in the color Fair Neutral 13N. And I like that I was able to order it in a small mini size in case it wasn't the right size. I mean, it wasn't the right color. Oh, all right, so I'm gonna squirt there. I'm gonna take my cosmetics and just put it in there, and it looks like it's gonna be a perfect match. Anyway, back to my story. I'm not sure when everything happened. But the first thing that happened that I noticed was I hadn't gone anywhere. The only place that I had gone was to my local grocery store. I will leave the name out. And I had gone with my mask, I had gone with my gloves. I was very careful, and about, I can't remember what day it was, but I had started noticing that I would get dizzy spells here and there, and out of nowhere, all of a sudden I'd get dizzy and I'd have to stop for a second. And that's not something that is new to me because of my neck injuries. There are times that I do get dizzy. So it just struck me a little odd because the time when I got dizzy, I didn't have any neck pain going on. So I was like, what's that about? You know, what's this about? And so I took note of it, didn't put too much stock into it, didn't think too much about it, just was like, huh. Okay. And then the next thing that I noticed was I had gotten a bit of some sinus issues going on. That's nothing new for me either. I've already had gone through 2 sinus surgeries in the past year and a half, 2 years, which I also believe was related to the accident that I had. So, okay, that's the foundation. It's very pretty. It's definitely a medium foundation. You probably can build it up quite a bit, but that's very pretty. And it's not thick and cakey. So I like that. I'm gonna put that to the side. And the color was perfect. Okay, I didn't think that I had gotten a concealer, but I did. This is Tarte's Clay Stick Waterproof Concealer, and I have it in Fair Light. That's nice. The stick stick concealer. I'm just gonna put it where I'd like to brighten up areas. All right, let's see how that works. So I'm going along with my merry way, and the next thing that was the sinuses. Now, my son and I had just had bronchitis and a sinus infection in March. So again, I wasn't too concerned. I figured, oh, you know, we didn't quite get rid of the sinus infection that we had, which is common for me because I have a really bad immune system. So I'm figuring, okay, I still have some sinus issues going on. I'm gonna see if I can put that in with my finger. So I'm, trying to deal with the sinus infection. I knew that was one of the things, I knew that all of these things were possibly symptoms of the virus, but I also know that they're common to what I was going through. So okay, so there's the concealer. I don't feel like it did a lot. I'm gonna try adding a little bit more. Maybe I have to add more for this one. So then the next symptom that I had was the one that made me go, this isn't normal. Oh, and I did develop a cough. Now, again, since I had my sinus surgeries, I had developed coughs a lot easier because the doctor fixed my sinuses, and now everything was draining down the back of my throat and into my chest. That has been common. That has been usual for me since the surgeries had happened. So for the last 2 years. So I had been getting, instead of sinus infections as much, I had been getting bronchitis. So, and along with that, I have been getting coughs. So that wasn't anything out of ordinary for me. Okay, so you do need to use a little bit more, but you can still see my circles, but I don't know if that's just not me. That's just me at this point, but it is what it is. So next I have Tarte's Double Duty Beauty Setting Powder, also in Fair. So I am going to take some of this setting powder. It's tiny. Whoops. Yeah, that wasn't too smart. Okay. I'm just going to go around. Everything is pretty set. I'm just going to go around where I know I tend to leave creases. There. I think next I am going to do my brows. I'm using Tarte's Big Ego, I don't know what it's called. Okay, Big Ego Sketch and Set Brow Pencil and Tinted Gel. That is what we are going to use. Okay, so I'm going to brush up my brows. And this is I don't know, it's kind of a diamond shaped. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. I don't know. I usually like thinner ones. Oh, I don't know. We will give it a whirl. So anyway, I had the cough. I had no fever at any time. I had absolutely no fever at any time. I had a little bit of dizziness and I had some sinus issues. I really didn't have anything that screamed that virus, and I don't want to say the name. Needless to say, I was very confused. So I made an appointment to go to my local doctor that I have gone to since I moved here, and that would have been 22 years that I have gone here. Made an appointment just to try and get the cough under control. It was not a dry cough, but it was just bothersome. So they went through all the same questions that I had gone through in my head. Had I been anywhere? Had I been anywhere with anybody that had it. And no, I'm a homebody. I don't go anywhere. I stay at home. My neck problems are a huge problem, so I stay at home. I'm not allowed to work. I live at home. So I didn't really come into contact with anybody. I couldn't figure it out. So my kids hadn't gone anywhere that they had gone that had been with me. The only person that had been in and out of the house was my husband. And he had, like, before he could come home, he would take off all his clothes, run up, take a shower, and then come down and visit everybody. So he was very conscious as to, what he was bringing into the house. He doesn't have any symptoms of anything either. So I don't know. So I made the appointment for the doctor, which was like 2 days away. And when I finally got in to see her, we went over the checklist. And the one thing that was on the checklist that I had not thought of and had not considered and had not noticed was she had asked me if I had my sense of taste and smell. And I hadn't really thought of it because I had a sinus infection. I couldn't smell much or taste much for that matter. So I have this little roller ball of my favorite perfume that I keep in my purse, and I put that on. And I tried to smell it, and I couldn't smell it. I couldn't smell it at all. And she took note of that, and I took note of that. So that was a little bit unnerving at that point. I was like, I hadn't noticed if I couldn't taste anything, and I hadn't really noticed that I couldn't smell anything either. I just put it off to, not feeling good and my sinuses were a wreck, and she did, say your sinuses are full and you've got this cough, so I'm going to put you on an antibiotic. And basically she had the same thought that I did, which was if it's not non-viral, then the antibiotic will take care of it. If it's viral, the antibiotic is not going to take care of it. So I was like, okay. She said, if you're not well by like Tuesday or Wednesday, give me a call. If the cough is still there, give me a call by Tuesday and Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm waiting, and I'm like hoping things are going to get better. The cough's going to go away, and I'm sitting there and days are going by and nothing's getting better, and the cough is getting worse. I have I don't have any symptoms that are any further symptoms. Some glue into my eyebrows. Eyebrow glue. So I called her back and I said, the only thing that's happening is my cough is getting worse and I'm not getting any new symptoms. I still don't have a fever. What do I do? She said, it's time to get you tested. And I said, I don't want to get tested. And now I'm quarantined into my room because now I don't know what's going on. So nobody can come in and see me. So, okay. So I did my brows. All right. So I purchased Tarte C Breezy Cream Bronzer. Let's open this up. Ooh, I like the packaging. It's so pretty. Ooh, oh, it's a cream bronzer. I didn't realize I bought a cream bronzer, which I love cream bronzers. Okay, and then what else do I have? I have a Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour highlighter. There's the highlighter, beauty. And then I got a Bidet Bay 12-hour blush. And there's the blush. That's pretty. All right. So, and then inside, this is the palette that I got. And inside the palette, it does have a blush and it does have a highlighter here too. So this is a multi-face, and you can use these two colors over here as your bronzers. So it's a multi-facial palette, if I can think of the words. Okay, so first I am going to go in to this pretty cream, see what happens. I'm just gonna dab it. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. So anyway, so they told me where I had to go get tested, and I went, and the people there were so lovely, and they told me I would get I did forget that they did at the doctor's office rule out the flu first. They did a quick 15-minute flu test, which did come up negative, which I wasn't surprised with because I had gotten my flu shot this year. So after they did the swabs for the virus, they told me it would be the next day and they'd give me a call. And I said, okay. So I sat around in my room waiting for that phone call. And I'm thinking, this has got to be the virus. What else could it be? And now 2 or 3 days have gone by. That's a lovely color. It looks like I've gotten some tan and I need some look of that. The one thing that had changed was my cough had developed almost like a tightness, where it was like squeezing my chest when I would try to take a breath. And that was new for me. Like I would try and inhale and it didn't want me to inhale. And so that was a bit of a struggle. And I took note of that. So the next day I got a phone call from the doctor's office, and they said, it's positive. So they told me what to do: keep fluids, stay quarantined, stay, away from everybody. And that's what I did. They said that they were going to call me. They called me like every day. And, they asked how I was feeling. And I said, I'm feeling okay, except for this squeezing of my chest when I try and take a breath. And that's the only thing that I didn't really like because it felt like a little bit of a struggle. Okay, so there is the cream bronzer. That looks very pretty. I'm gonna see if I can put a little bit on my nose. All right, there we go. All right, now we're gonna go into the I'm gonna go in with the blush. In with the highlighter, because I like to put the highlighter below. That way, if it's too much, we can change it up. So this is called Exposed Highlight. That's pretty. Do you see that? That's really pretty. See this side? Put some on my nose. I like it because, you know what? It's not overpowering. At least I don't feel like it's overpowering. Put a little bit here. And if we need to, we can add some more later. And now onto the blush. And this was, like I said, Birthday Bay. That's a pretty color. Bounce it on. It's pretty, very pretty. You might have to put on a little bit of the highlighter. All right, when we're done. That's pretty. It's soft. It's not like glaring in your face. Very nice. All right, next we have these two eyeshadow. This came with a eyeshadow, and I think this came with the eyeshadow and then a little mascara and the blush. This came as a little group here. And then I bought this separately. This is the Busy Gal Goals palette. Had some pretty colors in it. I thought I'd try that out. And I also saw that they have Tarte has a Shape Tape eye primer. So I picked that up. So let's go ahead and pop that on our eyeballs. So I had the diagnosis that I had, and I was hoping that everything would kind of just stay as it was, and I wasn't going to get any worse. It wasn't going to change. It was just going to be that. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in with this color over here called On the Move right here. So I don't remember honestly what day it was. I started feeling a little bit worse each day in the sense of my breathing was becoming a little bit more difficult. No new symptoms, just having difficulty trying to catch my breath. And I'm bringing this color up. And I'm not sure what day it was, but I finally said to my husband, I have to go. I have to go to the hospital. At least they would give me some oxygen and maybe some fluids. But it's at the point I can't catch my breath anymore and I can't breathe like I should be. And when we both came to that realization, that was very difficult because you literally have to say goodbye right there. It's not like somebody can come in with you. This is you're on your own. So I got in the car and drove myself because he was with the kids, and I drove myself to the hospital. And I did call ahead to find out where I needed to park, where I needed to go in. And they told me, and they were so nice, and I felt so bad. So we have these colors up, this color up here, and I think we're going to darken it up a wee bit. I think we're going to go in with Role Model right here. So I went into the emergency room and they hooked me up to all these different things, heart monitors, oxygen things, and they're like got their hazmat suits on, and I feel bad for them that I'm there taking up their, I felt bad that I was there, putting them at risk. And yeah, I felt bad. And we're just deepening this corner up, and you have your phone, so I'm constantly texting my husband and letting him know what's going on. And so the main doctor comes in and he's asks me what's going on. I was thinking this was Sunday night. Might have been Sunday night. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to ask my husband. But and I said I tested positive and I'm at the point where I can't breathe anymore. And he said, yep, I can tell, but looking at your oxygen levels, and we've got you hooked up to some oxygen and keep trying to take some breaths and we'll give it a little time and see what happens. And I said, okay, thank you. And I'm making sure I thank everybody at this point because it's their life that I'm putting at risk. So they let me rest. They keep an eye on me, make sure I'm taking some deep breaths, and I'm doing the best I can. I couldn't take a deep breath. It was difficult. I used to be a smoker, and it reminded me back to the days when I was out socializing and I smoked too much, and I would come home and my chest hurt because I had smoked too much. That's what it reminded me of. And it didn't go away. It didn't get better. And I think about it, I don't know what the times were, but he came in a while later and he said, well, I can't let you leave. And I was like, what? He's like, I can't let you leave. And I'm like, well, why? Because I'm not prepared for that. And he said, because you're oxygen levels aren't coming up. And I said, oh. He said, even with you being hooked up to the oxygen, they should be coming up, and they're not. And that means that your body's not going to be getting enough of the oxygen. And I said, oh. He said, so I'm going to have you stay with us. And I was like, damn. So I texted my husband, and at this point, what could we do? It is what it is. So they got me a room. I'm going to take a nice fluffy brush and just brush out the brush And now I'm thinking to myself, you know, I didn't say goodbye to my kids because they were asleep and I didn't want to wake them up. I never said goodbye to my kids, and now they're not going to be up in the morning and see me. And that made me a little bit nervous. I'm just going to go and pat some of that color, that role model that we were in, right in the corner here. And I got placed up in a room and I met my nurses and they got me all hooked up and I was treated so well. They took such good care of me and I got worse. I didn't get better. I got worse before it got better. And there were times that I wanted to give up, and the nurses and the one doctor she wouldn't let me give up, and they treated me with the hydrochloroquine stuff, and like 3 days, 4 days in, I'm still not feeling good. I can't breathe. My chest is killing me. I mean, the doctor tells me I'm this close to being intubated. The only way I can breathe is laying on my side. As soon as I try to sit up, I can't breathe. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this darkest color, the Go-Getter. And I'm just gonna go right along my lash line with this. I'm gonna find a good brush for that. Get some in there. And I'll tell you, I'm sitting there praying every day because I was scared. I really was scared. I didn't have the energy to talk to anybody. I didn't have the energy to talk to my husband, my kids, nothing. So now I'm going to go in, I think. I'm going to go in with Got This, which is this color right in the center. And I'm going to put it on my finger. That's pretty. Can you see that? And it wasn't until really the 4th or 5th day that I started to feel a little bit better. All of a sudden, I was starting to feel a little bit of relief, and I started to have a little bit of hope that maybe I might get out of there alive. And, you know, I'm talking to the nurses and I'm hearing about other patients, and I'm thinking, wow, you know, if I get out of here, I'll be lucky. And man, I had such kind nurses. I really did. Just gonna go in here because I don't want to lose that color here. I want the sparkle to just stay where it is. And I'm gonna bring back a little bit of that on the move down here because we lost a little bit of it. So I'm just gonna bring that in right up here. Just a little bit of that warm pinky tone there. All right, now I'm gonna go and use, actually I'm gonna go use this highlighter that's in this here. I'm gonna put the highlighter on my brow bone. And stick some of the highlighter in my inner corner. And then we are going to go back into role model and just line my lower lash. And okay, so next I think I have ColourPop's Pretty Fresh setting spray. That is so refreshing. I am going to curl my lashes. So they decided that they were going to let me go. I was in the hospital for about 6 days, I think it was. And I had finally gotten enough energy and gotten better enough to leave. And they did this kindest thing for me. They had a whole announcement and all these doctors and nurses lined the halls and were clapping and cheering as I was pushed out of the hospital. Oh my goodness. It was so amazing. I guess I was the first one to leave. All right, so I'm using Tarte's Surfer Curl mascara. And again, I like these because I was able to try them all in mini form. So if you didn't like them, you weren't purchasing the actual full size. You could go back and do it if you wanted. And so that's where I have been. And I'm still slowly recuperating. And I have had the help of my husband and my beautiful kids cheering me on, and my family and all my friends. And it has been quite lovely and quite emotional, I will say. I still need oxygen here and there, which I have at home. You know, I had a pneumonia. I poked myself and got mascara on my eye. Oops, I'll have to come back and fix that. Oh, I'm getting mascara everywhere. All right, so it was scary, folks. It's not anything to... I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. All right, I can't get the barrette out of my hair. It was scary. It felt like the virus was isolating you and trying to get you alone so that it could attack. And I know that sounds weird, but that's what it felt like. You were by yourself. You couldn't have anybody near you, at least not anybody that you knew or that you loved, and it just attacked. I was lucky, but now I'm scared. I am scared. I won't lie. See if we can get this little spot off. There we go. Got that off. I am scared. They haven't found out if you can get it again, and I don't want to get it again. I don't want my children to have it. I don't want my husband to get it. I don't want anybody I know to get it. It was that bad. So do me a favor, people. Wear your mask. Do what you're supposed to do. Stay at home. Stay 6 feet apart where you can. It's not fun. These doctors and nurses are risking their lives for people, for us. I forgot I had this one to try too. I'll also try that in another video. All right, so I have picked out 2 colors. This one, which is almost a nude, and this one, which is kind of a rosy-ish nude. Let's see, put one there and one there. Let's see, which one should we pick? Well, we've got almost a nude colors going on. How about we go with a brighter color? We'll go with the brighter color today. The brighter color is called Pink Tutu. Interesting. Pink Tutu. Well, let's give it a whirl. A pretty color. It's not drying out either. So that's the look, and that's the all the Tarte stuff, and that's my story. So I am sorry that I was away for so long. I'm glad that I'm back. It's going to take a little while for me to get my energy back, I was told. So bear with me. Thanks for hanging in there with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It's what helps my channel stay my channel. So I really kind of need your thumbs ups. I would appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and remember to hit that notification bell, and that lets you know every time that I upload a video, which hopefully will start being more back on a normal basis. Be safe, please, and be careful. This was not a fun journey to be on. I guess it made me stronger. It made my bond with my family stronger. It's not one I would want to go on again. And I pray for all the people that didn't make it. I pray for all the people that are fighting it now. And I'm praying for all of the doctors and nurses and EMS and that are trying to help and fight this. Anyway, I like this look. I love the products. Oh, yeah, I had 2 colors here too. Put that right in the center. That's pretty. Okay, that was Tarte's H2O Gloss in Zipline. I loved everything. Wasn't anything that I didn't like. I really liked the cream bronzer. That was a plus. I really liked that. I wasn't the biggest fan of the eyebrow stuff. It did make my eyebrows like nice, but it wasn't the biggest thing for me. The setting spray was okay. I could take it or leave it. I loved this palette. This was a great little palette. I'm going to be using this again. And trying the blush and the highlight in there. Looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward, the foundation was very nice. I really liked it. I'm looking forward to trying this mascara again. I like the mascara that I tried. So, and I love Tarte's lipsticks. And next time I have to try this little shadow piece. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that. These are nice. I can get it open. There you go. So it looks like there's 2 mattes, some really pretty colors here. Let me know if you're interested in seeing those. I could do a look with those. And okay, so have a good rest of the day and I'll see you soon. Bye.